Hi guys, good morning. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video with me. Um, so I've been wanting to do like the galaxy backgrounds for a while, you guys. For a while. But I've never had the courage because I just feel like okay, like am I gonna be really good at blending my inks, my oxide or my distress inks? And I've actually talked about it with another crafty friend at work. um, I think I've talked about her before, Sarin Sanchez. And I was like, do you know how to do it? And she was like, no, do you? And I was like, no. So we've been like figuring out, like talking amongst each other, what would be the best way. And then I was like, guess what? I found a washi tape that has this galaxy print already on it. And she was like, no way, where did you get it from? Blah, blah, blah. So, long story short, I bought this big washi tape roll that you guys just saw from scrapbook.com. I don't know the brand that makes it, to be honest, but I'll link it in. If it's still available, I'll go on the website and I'll link it in the description below. But I thought it would be super amazing to create these layouts of like the galaxy or the universe, or basically just outer space, and then put the constellations of each of our uh, for each of us in my family. So I'm going to be working on my son's, but I think I do a small flip through of my daughter's as well. So you might be able to see that. If not, I'm going to go ahead and add pictures to the end of the video so that you guys can see the end result. Now, this washi tape was a little bit difficult when you first open it. It did seem to tear, even though I was trying to be super extra careful. But once you get it, you just have to go like super slow, you guys. I didn't want to be like a brute or anything. I thought I was being conscious, but once you unroll it, you just have to be careful not to tear it. Um, but and like I said, that's the roll I'm talking about. Like I said, I am going to be using the Alta New Zodiac signs, of course. Well, you may not know, so I'm not going to say of course, but my husband and my daughter are Scorpio, so I just get to buy one. And then I'm a Libra and my son is a Capricorn. I am going to be working on his first. um well, I actually worked on my daughter's first, and I really loved the way that it came out. I did it off camera because in my mind I was just gonna come in here and play around. Um, but then I saw like how gorgeous it came out, so I was like, okay, let me film another one. So I started on my son's, and then eventually I did one for myself and for my husband. I ended up choosing this glitter cardstock. It's a 12 by 12 cardstock that I purchased a long time ago. It's one of like just my spare sheets that pages that I kept in my stack. And I got it from Michael's, you guys, but this cardstock, I don't know. I feel like maybe it wasn't the right fit. Um, I wanted it because it was glittery silver and of course shining bright. Kind of went with the theme of being in outer space. And um, wasn't that a show? Look, I'm being sidetracked now. No, you know what I'm thinking? The Other Limits. Does anybody remember the show? That's that's what I'm thinking about. But anyways, back to the paper. Um, this cardstock, I would say, just be mindful of what kind of paper you choose, because I had to run it multiple times through my big shots, and even running it through a few times. Like some, it's almost like my dye didn't cut through the paper, but that's nothing to do with the dye. It's actually the type of paper. It's almost like and it's not regular cardstock, even though it's glittery. It's like, I don't know, hard to describe. So you guys are gonna see me um, struggle to pull the the images, and also I actually end up ripping the word Capricorn because it's just that pain in the butt to to get it out, and also to cut through the small spaces in between the letters. um, so you guys just saw me cut the other portion, which was the Scorpio. And here, okay, so I kind of had to look up the on the internet how the constellation normally sits. So don't mind me right here. This is just me before my light bulb turned on, okay, for the day. For the day. um so yeah, so I had to look up online and figure out how the constellation actually sits and looks. So just ignore this part. Eventually, like I said, my light bulb comes on and I start functioning again. So this is the image of my son that I'm going to use. Is I took it this year, so it's a current picture of him and what he looks like. And one of the things that I loved about using this glue and the image on the washi tape is that you were easily able to remove it. So even though you guys see me adhering it now, I eventually end up removing it without damaging anything, the washi tape or anything. I don't know. It just worked perfectly. So figuring out how it is that I want it laid out, again, waiting for my light bulb to turn on. And I am going to glue the word Capricorn on the side, like so. Again, I ripped it because of the style of the paper, but I still wanted to push through it even though it wasn't necessarily working the best. And I do feel that because it's like a light silver and it is glittery and you are able to see it, but I felt like it wasn't enough. Like I still needed to do something else because of the transition between the washi tape and the white of the page. So what I end up doing is I end up bringing a really fine point pen, black pen, and I end up tracing around the word Capricorn so that it gives almost like a shadow to the word, if that makes any sense. Um, so just gonna adhere that down, and then like I said, I'm gonna be bringing over a pen um, to help with that transition. Maybe I should have done it in gold, like a gold color, because I mean stars are yellow too sometimes. I don't know. Okay, so here you guys, I finally fixed it. I thought that I was going to put some of the silver paper for the background and decided against it. So I'm going to remove it and then just slide the picture right in there. And this is the correct way in which the constellation sits, um, or how we're able to see it or view it. Um, and I think at this part is where I bring in the pen that I was telling you about. You know what I was thinking? That's my daughter's right there. But you know what I was thinking, that wouldn't it have been great? And maybe, honestly, I'm probably gonna go back and do this. But I thought later, even now, just how great would it have been if I would have just typed on a little bit of piece of paper on the side, or maybe journal, but typed would look better. And put like um, the traits that I think fit each of us, with according to the zodiac sign. Does that make sense? I think that would have been like a cute little thing to add, like all the traits that a Capricorn has and what I think are the traits that my son inherited. I don't know. I just thought that would have been something cute to add. So maybe you guys get the idea to do that. Um, but just adding these little bit stars of embellishments, and that is going to complete our look, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching. Like I said, just shadowing the word so that it pops just a little bit more. And that is going to be our complete look. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.